Hey guys, I am here to show you today how to create a favorites list within Pixieset. So a lot of photographers will send you your gallery via Pixieset, and it's very easy to choose your favorites because how it works here so easily is you choose your favorites, create a list, and then you send it back to your photographer. So your photographer can see what you have created, so then they can get your album going, they can get your prints going, whatever you need. And it's a good process back and forth to kind of cut out the middleman. So I'm going to show you how to create your favorites list and also create multiple lists if there are several different things. Now, I'm a boudoir photographer. You'll see my logo here, Boudoir by Nina Rose. This is the closest one that I could find to that is not boudoir related that would not violate the guidelines on here. I do different photography on the side. This one was for this woman. She decorates cakes for kids in foster care, so which is great. So they get to celebrate their birthday in different ways and not just have a generic cake. She gets to go above and beyond to do that. So I think that's amazing. So for this, I'm going to show you how to create different lists. Now, this can be with boudoir, it could be families, it could be weddings, and I will show you how you can communicate better with your photographer through this to be able to show that. So you will receive a link from your photographer, and it's going to show, depending, you can choose the different layouts. There's a view gallery here, or you can just scroll down. It's more fun to click, right? So it will bring up the gallery and all of the images here. So you will see here also there are little hearts throughout each part. That is how you create your favorites list. You will also receive a download pin from your photographer if you wanted to download each image. You can download them all up here, but that's for a different story, different time. So I'm going to show you how to do the favorites. So there are two different ways. You can click the heart here or the heart up here. It is the same on desktop that I'm showing you here as it is on your mobile phone. So you're going to go and click your heart, right? You have not created any favorites list. We are going to create a new list. So sometimes it'll come up and it'll just add favorites as is, but there's another way that you can go through about this. So create a new list. And then we're going to call this album. So let's pretend that we are, trying to get our images, our 5 images for our album, whatever. So you're going to create that. And then when you have your favorites, see how that is filled up solid? That is in your favorites. Now, if you want anything else, like we want this picture, we're going to add it to our favorites. You can see here, added to the album. Here, added to the album. Now, here is where it stores all of your favorites. So if you go up to the heart right here, you can see these 3 photos you have made for your album. Now, if you return back, you can create a new list, and let's just say this one is Polaroids. Okay, so sometimes the thing is now during your wedding, especially with boudoir, you kind of go around and you give a little sneak peek. It's a lot of fun to your groom-to-be. And in the beginning, sometimes it will ask you your email to begin with. That's okay. I made this up. I just for, demonstration purposes, but it just lets your photographer know, communication wise that that's where all the information is going. It's not going to spam you or anything. So now we have this Polaroids folder. We're going to go to this, and then we're going to return to the gallery, and we're going to pick our images for the Polaroids. So if I want this one to be added, it's going to ask which one do you want. You can do multiple ones. So I could have this very image in my Polaroid as I want it, and also in my album. That's the nice thing. You'll just have to go back and do that. So I'm going to say I want this for my Polaroids. Again, maybe I want this one for my Polaroids. And then now we can go back to our list here, and maybe we're good. We're good to go. But create a new list for Viewfinder. I offer this to my clients, cute little fun viewfinder and reel. We're going to do that. For my clients, I allow 8 images, to fit throughout the viewfinder. So we're going to go back to the gallery, and obviously there would be way more images in here than what I have now. This is just to show you a little sneak peek. So I would go back in through and pick my 8 favorites that I want. I'm just going to choose one. It's going to ask me again, which favorites list do I want? I want it in the viewfinder. So when that's all said and done and you've created everything, you're going to go back to your favorites list and you're done. Your photographer will see it on their screen as labeled exactly how you labeled it, so there's no miscommunication. There is nothing that they need to wonder which is for what thing. You don't have to go back and say, yeah, this image and screenshot it and you want this one. Also, if there are different things that you want to add, like this one, you can say, so there, again, no miscommunication, cover of album. So I offer metal prints, an acrylic image on top of that. So now we know, okay, the cover of my album, I want it to be this one. You haven't chose this one yet. So I want this as a cover. Boom, one photo. Your photographer can see that. That's the cover. This is how many in the viewfinder. That's how many Polaroids and how many for the album. So obviously there would be a lot more in there, but I hope this helps. It's very easy, very simple to create this, and it helps the photographer so much. So I hope you had a lot of fun with this. Hopefully it helped. And let me know if you want to know anything else that has to deal anything with Pixieset or any other way that has to do with photography. Love you guys.